Hey, welcome back to Matt again. My name is Rampage and this is Tech News. This article was created on March 12th, so I still think it's quite viable. But anyway, NBN Co Fibre on Demand product launches. Australians seeking to have NBN Co roll out fibre to their premises must first pay an application fee before it will consider taking up the challenge. So effectively, you have to pay NBN Co to think about whether they want to give you fibre. That's a grand idea, isn't it? The shift to the so-called multi-technology mixed model of the NBN or National Broadband Network means most premises that were slated to get fibre to the premises under the former Labor government's model will now be connected via fibre to the node, fibre to the basement, or hybrid fibre coaxial, or HFC. Now, you might see that as, oh, grand, or great, we have more options now. Well, think of it this way. Fibre to the node is effectively fibre connected from your house to a node. I assume a node is either some big fuck-off box thing or like a big tower that everyone's connected to via fibre. Same with ADSL, which connects from that to the ISP via copper. How does that sound like a viable solution to you? Now, you might say, well, it's cheaper. It's cheaper for them to do that. Yes, it is significantly cheaper for them to leave the existing copper lines in rather than reroute everything as fibre. That's completely true. But what they do not tell you, or they try to hide from you, is the fact that if you go with fibre to the node, or I believe any of these other two as well, that means say if you get a 50 megabits per second connection, then you have a margin of where your actual internet speed will be. Now, that could be anywhere from, I believe it was either 20 megabits per second to 30 megabits per second, all the way up to 50 megabits per second, which is effectively from 2 megabytes per second to 3 megabytes per second to 5 megabytes per second. So you can see the difference in the speed. It is significantly different. Now, regardless of whether that's the case, you could suffer from, insufficient connection, whereas it'll fluctuate quite frequently. And that's not what you want to happen, right? With the initial fibre network, the NBN program, you would have had a significantly constant internet speed. Say if you bought 50 megabits per second, you would have a plus or minus 500 kilobytes per second difference, or up to 1 megabyte difference. Lower than 50 megabits, which is effectively 5 megabytes. I know that I keep saying both, but I'm just going to say megabytes from now on because I just do not give a fuck about what the ISP say, because they use megabits and everything else in the world uses megabytes or kilobytes, so go fuck yourself. I just had to do that because it's really irritating when you see like 50 megabits, 100 megabits, and people look at that and go, oh, I'm going to get 100 or 50 megabytes per second, when that's not actually the case. They just do that so the number looks bigger, so you pay more for your internet. But anyway, the main topic for this article, or this video, is this. When I find it. Here we go. NBN Co will charge individual applicants $300 Australian, excluding GST, to review their request. So, you want me to pay you $300 to look at my application and tell me whether I can get fibre or not. The way that you'll fucking know whether I can get fibre in my fucking area is if you have the node set up. Why do I have to pay to be like, oh, can you check whether I can get fibre? Look online, stupid. Can you get fibre in your area right now? No, you can't get fibre yet. Sorry. But anyway, the next bit is while area applicants will be charged 1,000 Australian dollars. Now, it doesn't specifically state what an area applicant is. An area applicant could be, a 4 or 5 house radius. It could be an entire street. It could be the entire block. It could be the entire suburb. It could be the entire city. It doesn't specifically state what an area applicant is. Now, if it was, say, a street or block, why would it cost a block for one person $1,000 to be like, we want fibre in this area for $1,000? Yet the individual applicant is $300. An individual applicant seems like it's a bit too much. Does it not? But anyway, I would like some further clarification as to what an area applicant is, because they don't give it to me, or the guy that wrote this article does not provide it, and it is kind of worrying. But anyway, there is an additional $300 excluding GST fee to receive the proposed costing of the fibre extension. So you have to pay another $300 to see what the costing will be to lay down the fibre extension. Excuse me, but why am I paying you twice? Why am I paying you twice for an application and to tell me how much it's going to cost? Now, once you do that, it says the proposed costing. Is that proposed costing to me for you fuckers to lay that down? Or is that proposed costing for you to lay that down? Because if it's for you to lay it down, I don't give a fuck how much it costs, because I ain't paying for it. Because if this isn't paying for that rollout, then what is? Now, I say that because the next bit says this. The fees are refunded... Wait, hold on. The fees are refunded if the extension goes ahead. So you're telling me that I pay $300 to send in a form, yet I pay another $300 to get a response saying how much it's going to cost, yet if I get accepted, my money will get refunded to me? Why the fuck am I paying you to begin with? If you're going to keep my money if I can't get fibre or the fibre extension, that is beyond fucked up. Right? I would have thought that this $600 would have been towards rolling the fucker out to my house. But apparently no, that is not the case at all. Which is fucking worrying that the NBN Co, or the controllers of all fibre in Australia, think that this is acceptable. Right? You might say, good, I get my money back. But you're still forgetting about the proposed costing to roll out the fibre, or the fibre extension. Whether that is a further cost towards you, or if that is the cost to NBN Co. Where is the line? It doesn't tell you. Now, also, it doesn't tell you whether this includes, the actual installation for the fucking fibre box thing that you have to have in your house. But I also don't understand why I would be paying for any of this anyway. Because if I'm not paying for a fibre extension, if I'm not paying for them to roll out the fibre to the node or wherever it's going, then what am I paying for? Why would I pay for an installation or fibre installation if I have to pay to actually roll out the fucking cable anyway? You would think that would be bundled in to the cost, would it not? Because I believe the installation is somewhere from like $100 to $300 or probably more than that, depending which ISP. So, just to get this shit, it's going to cost you probably nearly $1,000. Over $1,000, excuse me. Just to get a line of cable put down in your area that states that you can get fiber. Or for them to be like, oh, you can get fiber now. Here's your certificate. There you go. Congratulations. You have fiber. Like that, I just can't understand why they would give me my money back if the extension goes ahead. But then they would keep the money if I don't get accepted for that fiber extension. It seems like it's a massive scam because you pay them, but then it'll probably take up to 7 days for them to actually respond saying, oh, if you want to see how much it's going to cost, pay us $300 more, and then you can do that. So they're going to give me an answer the first time I pay, or the second time I pay $300. The lines are very fucking shady here. But anyway, let me know what you think about it, whether you can shed some light on what's going on. If you understand it better than I do, then by all means, go ahead and comment, because I really want to see what the fuck's going on here. I don't really understand why this is happening, or why NBN Co actually thinks that this is a good idea. I get for people that want fiber, they actually want fiber. But it's really shady on how they're doing it, how they're going about providing this service to people. It is really worrying that this is how they think that it should be done. So, I don't know. Let me know what you think. But anyway, guys, my name is Rampage. Please don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. Remember to check out my gaming channel before you leave. See you guys next time. Peace out.